It was one of those stories of Americana that we just couldn't pass up. I'm Larry Menti. Welcome back to the Delaware Way, a road trip in the 50s across America. And now the gentleman that took that trip with some friends is looking for a piece of memorabilia. I'd like to introduce you to Stanley Kornafel, who is looking for a lost raffle ticket. And I'll explain that in a moment. First, I should point out, Stanley, thank you for being here, by the way, that you are from Prospect Park in Delaware County. I am also a Delco boy as well. And you sent us an email because you were looking for some help in finding this raffle ticket, and we were so taken by the story that we wanted to have you in here because it's, you know, it brings back memories of happy days and of American graffiti. Tell the story. You and some of your friends, you went to St. James, wanted to take a trip across the country, right?
Well, I just started out trying to do something. When you have no money, it's just a matter of trying to do something. But at 17 and wanting to do, it ended up, you know, going a little bit further and then a little bit further, and then it was the big cities, and then it was Las Vegas, and then we find it up. Got to go to California.
And how old were you at the time?
17.
Because those trips nowadays aren't a big deal.
No.
A lot of people take those trips. Then that was a real big deal.
Well, today people have, the kids have their daddy's car, they got their mommy's money, they got whatever they want, you know. They can have the money and the car both and just go have a good time. Well, we didn't have either. So we were from working families that had one car, didn't have any money. And back at that time, I think there was a slight recession going on, so things were really tight.
So you sold these raffle tickets. How much money did you raise doing this?
I can't tell you exactly, but somewhere is around $600.
And a car cost?
$300.
And so you had enough money for the car and then money for the trip as well.
Well, that was the whole problem, because once we figured out our budget for a car, we realized, well, there's gas, and then there's insurance, and then there's the tires, and then there's the repairs. So we had to get extra money not only for the car, but to be able to get the car across the highway.
So how was the trip?
Fantastic until we got to Wallace, Kansas.
What happened in Wallace, Kansas?
Well, the car died.
Another raffle? So that was it? Were you done?
No, the car died. So we sold the car to the junk man, and he gave us $25 for it. And with the money that we had $65. So it was $65. We hopped freights and thumbed.
You hopped freights?
Hopped freights, yes.
Can't do that nowadays.
No. And we hopped freights, and we ran into the first thing was where the guy dropped us off from the yard who bought the car. He dropped us off at the station. And the yard man there that was working out, he talked to us and gave us some advice. So we got a short hop, and then a little while later we happened to walk into a hobo camp, and it just and one of the hobos happened to be going to Kansas City. So when he heard our story, he decided to help. So we got a little bit further.
You got help from a hobo.
We got help from a hobo. And don't ever call a hobo a bum.
I won't. I don't think there's any hobos anymore.
There's a difference, you know. Hobos work for a living.
Oh, okay.
All right. The only reason that they hop freights is just as a means of transportation, which we found out after a slip of the tongue. So we got taught a little bit there, and then we got there, and then from there we got into Topeka. And Topeka was bad news, because Topeka there was a tornado.
Oh, wow. Look, it sounds like a movie, and it sounds like a wonderful adventure, but I want to get to the point of why you're here.
Move this out. Well, the thing about it is I have some people, I'm finishing up editing the book now, and I have some people that are interested in maybe doing a feature event of the movie of the story. And the tickets just, everybody wants to see a ticket. Everybody wants to see a ticket. Don't have any tickets.
And so you're asking...
I'm looking for all the help I can get. Any children that have their parents' scrapbooks or anything, look through and see if there's a ticket. Chester Eagles Boys Club, There's only one Chester Eagles Boys Club.
You know, this is really a needle in a haystack. We're talking over a half a century ago.
Understand that.
And so you're trying to find a raffle ticket, a stub, that somebody...
No, not the stub. The ones with the names and the addresses and phone number, we threw them all away.
Okay, so what do you...
We're hoping that the people that bought one of the chances, or you know, a book, might have kept one of the tickets just as a souvenir or for a good luck piece or whatever have
And
you.
if they find that, what do they do? How do they get a hold of you?
Well, they can contact me on the internet.
Okay.
Stanley.Kornafel@hotmail.com. Or they can contact News of Delaware County Network, because they're also trying to help in this search for the missing ticket.
Or they can contact us at the station. If they contact us at the station, we will make sure we pass it along to you.
Terrific.
What an amazing story that would be if somehow somebody out there has one of these tickets. And when we got your email, we decided we wanted to help you with this, and we hope it happens. And what a great story. I hope the book is out soon, and I'd love to see the movie. Stanley, I really appreciate you coming in.
You're welcome.
And I hope you end up with your ticket. It'd be a great ending to a great story. One
person said to me, you know, the miracles happen in this world, and it could be that just maybe one of the sons or daughters of the parent that won the radio still has the ticket.
It would be a great ending, like I said. Stanley Kornafel, thank you so much. He's looking for a raffle ticket from the raffles that he sold to take his trip across the country all the way back in 1958. And
Chester Eagles Boys Club, excuse me.
Okay, that's what they're looking for on the ticket.
On the ticket, Chester Eagles Boys Club.
And what color is the ticket?
White.
A white ticket.
With black. We couldn't afford anything.
That wraps it up for the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti. Stick around for another thing.